Hello everybody, Connor Todd 1818 here with you today, and I am going to go ahead and start the second part, I guess, of my Windows 8 previews, or not previews, reviews, sorry, I can't speak. But the first video was me talking about maybe what Windows 8 could have done differently. Basically, I focused on how they could have released something and gradually worked people into it. And I think that definitely needed to be done because it is a little bit overwhelming at first. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to talk about differences in Windows 8, how the experience changes between each platform. Now, here I have the Surface tablet with Windows RT installed, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you it. My screen moves, but we're not going to be able to see. You maybe can see that I have Windows 8 installed on a desktop computer. And now this desktop is decently slow, but on Windows 8 it is running pretty nicely. I'm not sure if what you're seeing, but again, really nice. But mainly we're going to focus on main mostly because I can explain things better when I'm looking at you and telling you things. Now, the first thing that I want to go over is the desktop or Aero environment. This experience I have found changes between each type of computer you're using. As you can see on this version of Windows 8 Pro, I have a start menu that I installed called the VI Start. And it is a program, but it works incredibly well. I can go into anything that I used to be able to. Control panel. It'll pull it up right there. It's just as easy as going through your whole like Windows 8 Metro experience when you're on the desktop. And I think that really, like I stated in the last video, I think that should have been included. If they couldn't include that, I think they should have at startup allowed you to select whether you want to use the Metro or the Aero, like the whole start menu there. Now, I'm not saying you totally just get rid of the Metro and basically sell Windows 8 even though it's Windows 7 for some people. I just think that they should have found a way to incorporate the start menu, much like this third-party program did. But a lot of people aren't going to know about third-party programs until they're on Windows 8. And I think that was something Microsoft really missed the boat on because it really would have helped get a lot of Windows 7 users on board with Windows 8. I think that they really would have been more responsive about how nice it is, how much smoother it runs than Windows 7, how much more aesthetically pleasing it is. I think they'd like the Metro once they saw what was on it and how they could use it, as long as they had the option to say, I don't like this, I'll just use this program. Or if Microsoft didn't want to spend the time to mess with this program, they should at least make it more readily available to get this little start thing. And I do like the way that I was telling actually one of my friends the other day that I think that they should have allowed us to have both. And I know I just keep going back and forth, but that is really something that is a big deal in Windows 8. Now, the Surface tablet. It may not be able to zoom in very well nicely for you guys, but I'll just pull this up. And I need to type in my password real quick. Sorry, I thought I had signed in already. Sometimes it makes you sign in. Oh yeah, I was showing in the last video. But desktop experience for the Windows Tablet RT. Now, as you can see, you have things like Microsoft Word pre-installed, but with Windows RT, that is all you can get. So basically, unless you're trying to run the File Explorer, Internet Explorer, or Microsoft Word, the Aero is kind of a bust on the Windows RT. Now, why would they put that on there? I think that was just because that was a good way for Microsoft to kind of ease people into it. And that's something that I really think is a big deal about making such a drastic change to a software, is easing people into it. Because if it's such a drastic change, people don't want to have to try and figure out something if all they're going to use the computer for is typing up a Word document. And so as you can see, File Explorer, I can go into documents, all that good stuff. Internet Explorer, let's pull that big. Just like everything else, I don't know why that's set like that. Let's just go here, backspace, Google. Oh, G. Sorry, this is kind of weird doing it like this. Google.com. And that is something that actually is really nice about this keypad, is having that thing. It is very responsive. It is really nice. But as you can see, Google looks just like the Internet Explorer app. Next, Word. You have it look like this. So, but when I close this thing out, it is nice to have that little keyboard that comes with it. I have that sitting over there. But your normal Word interface, a couple minor changes. I do like that there's like a I guess overlay or something right in that top corner. That is actually really kind of cool. I like that. You got to set that. It's just kind of the small things. I do like the whole experience of the tablet. It is a nice thing to have. I do like the way that everything flows so nicely. I like that it's not overcomplicated. But at the same time, it feels like it's a real piece of software. Apple tablets, I mean, I do love the iPad. It is a good piece of software. But at some times, I felt like they were just, it was more of like a, I don't know, a book. It was very simple, but I like the whole experience. I like having my user interface up here, that I can change things, to start. This little button down there, very, very responsive. So ultimately, Aero and everything else about this tablet, Windows Pro, I think will, or the tablet will fix it. But I do think it was a huge step in the right direction for that tablet. Now, desktop experience. I know you're probably thinking, well, you have it on your laptop, probably don't need it for your desktop. That's true to a certain extent. Let me make sure that it actually is recording this. It is good. I'm sorry I don't have a very good recording program, but what you're seeing here, let me put this here, is the way you would use it maybe on a desktop. And as you can see, the start screen is a little different. The desktop plays a huge role in this because, as you can see all around here, this is how you probably are going to focus your screen, your desktop computer. You know, desktops are meant to kind of do work. The laptop is more of a personal computer. This is meant to do work on. And so I find myself using this a little bit less. Now, part of that is I don't have as many apps, but I wouldn't use them if I did have the apps. So I think that this Metro is good, but for a desktop user, I would definitely recommend getting that thing down there. As you can see, there's no little taskbar right there. Oh, my voice is starting to hurt. But everything looks good there, as you can see. But I'm going to turn this back to me being more self-centered again. But basically, yeah, that's what I think really Windows messed up on. And I think the experience changes in every single different device. Metro, I would definitely recommend using the Metro with this thing. Desktop, no question, Aero is the way to go. Laptop, there's the kicker. You use both. Now, I have a touchscreen laptop. That makes it so much better. And I know I've said this in the last video, but I want to keep saying it, and maybe it'll break through to some people. Laptop, touchscreen laptop, makes life tons easier. Just for the simple fact that it is a good, I mean, it's a mixture of both. And if it's a touchscreen laptop like some of the new computers that are coming out, and like this one, which was for Windows 7 originally, it really allows you to incorporate both together beautifully the way that Microsoft intended it. They didn't intend, I don't think, for desktops to mainly be using the Aero, because then they would have probably just stuck with the whole regular start menu that was on Windows 7. And they probably don't intend for the tablet to be just a Metro. And that's why they're building Windows 8 Surface Pro tablet. And that will be coming out later this year. Oh, just dropped my mouse. My bad. But that I think that they're headed in the right direction, but the laptop captures it perfectly, especially when you have this little start thing. So you literally are taking Windows 7 and the Windows Phone and merging them together to work beautifully on a laptop computer, especially if it's touchscreen. And I think that's something that they really hit on, whereas the Apple Macs and stuff, I mean, they weren't touchscreen, so you never really know. But they didn't really have that tablet interface. I know they had that interface, that weird thing where you can create like little folders and stuff. Where you can switch tabs, and it's kind of like iOS, but I don't think that they really make it a big thing. And some people like that, saying, well, hey, they're not making us use it like Windows 8 is. That's fine. If you don't want to use anything different, that's fine by me. I totally understand that. I don't like doing or having change when it's something I'm not interested in. But for something like Windows 8, I think they really did a good job of combining the two, and I think it's never been done before. And I think Windows really will see, or Microsoft really will see, now, is it possible? I mean, if anybody can pull it off, Microsoft can pull it off. As one of the most influential PC companies out there, it really has a big handle on the market. So if it fails, I can promise you that Mac will not try. They will make their tablets and they will make their computers, but they will not combine them together like Windows has done. And that's pretty much the gist of it. There's not much more. It's pretty simple, actually. And I really like the way they've done it. And so thank you guys for watching this. If you have similar opinions, like it. If you don't like it, if you don't care, like it. But if you want to talk on the comment section down below, I'll talk to you guys. I'll try. Again, I've been so busy between making videos, editing videos, keeping uploads up because I'm getting so much traffic that I can't do everything at once, and it's not my job. I do this kind of on the side, and so I really either need to turn it or start, trying to make it totally into a job, or tone it down a little bit. And hopefully I'm headed towards making some money and really being able to make some really good videos for you guys, because that's really what I want to do. And if you have a website, I've been asking this, I've got 2 requests. If you have a website that allows me to upload up to 5 gigabyte files and do that and have unlimited downloads, please tell me, because I desperately need one. People are going through my downloads as fast as I can put them up. And another thing, if you have the Consumer 8, if you have an activator of any kind that worked for you, it has to have worked for you, please send it to me for the developer preview. I have the developer preview and I really like it because it does incorporate this and this and, well, that. But it really, I like that, and I think maybe they should have done that and released that as Windows 8 and released this as Windows 9, just because, even if it was only like 6 months apart, just because then people would be used to it. But thank you guys for watching this. Thank you guys for putting up with me. And if you've watched this all the way through, thank you so much for listening to me yabber on about stuff that you probably don't even care about. But I hopefully somebody that is sitting here watching this video right now saying, yes, finally somebody understands, and maybe somebody from Microsoft is watching right now and thinking, maybe that's a good idea. But I'll keep bringing you videos about Windows 8, what I can do to help. Thank you guys very much.